Welcome back to the channel, my salty village. Today we are going to be talking about the best rare champions to use for a clan boss. I know not a lot of people have the ability, me at the moment too. Um, they don't have the ability to have just a crazy clan boss, all legendary team, or even an all epic team. And even if you even have a good epic team, you can't even get to master them all the way up or even star them up yet. Especially if you're free to play, it just takes a lot more time. But you will get there. But I've been looking up some of the best rare champions, and a lot of them are easy to get. A lot of them I do have, but I'm gonna just go through the index anyway, and I'm gonna be talking about them and why they are. So we're just gonna jump right into it. A lot of them are actually elves, so we will start out with a high elf, everyone's favorite, is a support character, Apothecary. Now, Apothecary for the clan boss with no masteries is still a very good rare champion to have. His auto skill is of course attack the enemy 3 times at random, so it's just a 3-hit attack. Heals the target ally by 35% HP. This heal can be critical, so like it's a good person to have for just keeping your clan, just keeping your team going as long as possible. Even himself, if you have him fully booked out, that's a 2-turn cooldown. So every like 2 turns, he's just popping heals, popping heals, popping heals. Especially if he's fast. Um, Places a 30% increased speed buff on all your allies for 2 turns. Fills the turn meter for all allies by 15%. That comes in handy for people who keep popping off their poisons or HP burns or just their attacks in general. Or if you have another healer, that helps out a lot. He's like literally number one. I would put him as like the number one. If you get him, don't accidentally make him food. Don't accidentally get rid of him. Nothing. Just keep him. He's one of the best. He's one of the best there is. Now we're gonna jump over into the dark elves. Now that's like the elves are just like they're the best characters in this game in my opinion. So we're going to go to Coldheart, which I believe that is not Coldheart. This one is, right? Nope, that is not it either. How am I missing? How am I not finding Coldheart? Oh god, there's Gale. There we go, Coldheart. Coldheart. Oh, I forgot that she's a Void champion. Okay, so Coldheart. A lot of people run Coldheart in the Spider, the Dragon. They run like 2 or 3 of her. She's just like a crazy person that's just overpowered. She is a Void, so she's gonna be a little tougher to get than just um, the regular ones of Spirit and the green, red, and blue. Basically, it's going to be tougher for you to get a purple. But her skills come based off, and I believe that you should run a life steal and speed set on her. You want to be able to keep her alive as long as possible and make her go as fast as possible. Attacks 4 times at random. Each hit has a 25% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. It's actually pretty good. Attacks all enemies, has a 30% chance of placing a 50% decrease accuracy debuff for 1 turn. Places a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns if the target is under a heal reduction debuff. So that's just amazing. You're gonna get the poison, which that adds on with anybody else that you have poison on. That's what you want. You want to be able to just burn him down just by turns going, where you have your turns, boom, 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 and then when he has his turn, it's just an initial burn down. So you want to be able to have that, and that's why I said life steal and speed. You want to be able to get her going quick, and you want her to be able to not die quick. Her third skill attacks when enemy fully depletes the turn meter. That's not going to work on the clan boss. Has an extra 30% chance of inflicting a critical hit. That's good. And also, if the clan boss is at max HP and you start, look, damage based off enemy max HP. That's what makes that skill very good for heat seeker. That's why a lot of people run like 3 of her. That's why people run 3 of her. And then you already heard me say Kale's name. Kale's the starter, the best starter in the game. He gives off poisons. If you don't know nothing about him, I'm not going to go into depth about Kale. But he's even with no masteries, or if you don't have him booked, look, like he still gives off the poison in 2 of his skills. Poison there, which is on an auto attack, crazy. Especially if you book him up, you can get that to 100% with some good accuracy. Um, then his third skill gives a 5% poison debuff, which is even stronger. So you want to get your accuracy up, of course, there. And then this is just a strong attack move for the A regardless. And most people will run him as the leader because it gives like the ally HP in battle, so it just gives them extra 50% in battle. We will go back to the high elves because we are going to go to Hyra. Let me find her for you, right here. Ooh, Hyra. She is a attack character. Attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance of inflicting a critical hit. You want to build crit with her. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 35% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for turns. So you build accuracy on her, you build speed, you build some crit. And speed and crit are the main things. Accuracy would be like the last thing you focus on. Speed, crit, and attack. You're coming out with a person who is going to be 3 times, and that's just a crazy person. Attacks one enemy with 2 random allies. Allies joining the attack use their default skills. So imagine you use this, you get the ally attack going, and then it goes. One of your people have their main skill and it has poison on it and it hits. That's just more poison that's going to be added to the clan boss, especially if ever booked out. That's a 4-turn cooldown. It's actually very amazing right there. We're actually going to move into a different area. An HP now. He's not like top tier or god tier, but he's a pretty decent person that could run some stuff for you. A Banner Lord, you can see that his first attack is attack one enemy 3 times, base damage, blah blah blah. Attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing a 25% decrease attack, which that helps you stay alive longer because clan boss is not gonna hit you as hard. Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff on the target for 1 turn. On a 3-turn cooldown if you have him fully booked out. We gotta remember, this dude only really works if you have him masteried out. If you just bring this dude in and he has no masteries, he's not gonna do good. This dude and the next person I'm gonna talk about, they're not gonna do as good as someone who would do with if they don't have no masteries, like the 4 I named before. But you want to build him to be able to take the hits because obviously he's gonna be the one to decrease the attack, and he's going to be the one to take the hits for you can get extra hits on him, on the clan boss. Li HP actually, and if you have him fully mastered out, you can put him ahead of Kale because he gives you 2% more than what 2% HP more than what the normal thing is. And then Athel, whatever you want to call her, it's another starter. You want to keep all your starters. If you pull starters, they're actually very good rares. Like some of the best, and a few of them can compete with like legendaries and even some high tier epics. So you want to be able to keep those. With her, you want to be able to build lifesteal and speed with her, I believe, as well. Fully mastered out, like I said. Attacks one enemy 3 times, has a 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. So hey, that helps out a little bit. Attacks all enemies, has an extra 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit. So obviously you want to build some crit on her. Places a 25% increased attack buff on the champion for 2 turns. Places a 30% increased defense buff on this champion for 2 turns. If this champion's current HP is less than 50%, then you gain an extra turn. All in all, she can be helpful, but if you already have a solid 5, let's say you had a solid 4 and you needed someone else to bring in, her is not a bad idea. If you already have a solid five, if you have the first four I named, if you have like an apothecary, a kale, a Coldheart, and then you have like an epic, because you pulled an epic or even one legendary that's good, you're not gonna even think about Aethel. But if you're like, if you don't have nobody, she's actually a very good benefit to have on your clan boss squad. And as you can see on my clan boss squad, I am still working out the kings. I'm gonna just press battle for you can just see. I'm not even gonna battle, but I have Kale and I have Jotun as my two main people, giving me I'm getting consistent 1.5 million damage now. And I don't even have him. You can see I don't even have him ascended. I don't even have good stuff on him yet. Berserker, he's a good hitter. This is the worst legendary, and that's the only legendary I pulled. Other than that, I'm still working on it. You guys will get updates as I move along. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Got a little bit of insight of some good rares. Like if you happen to have them, and you probably already know this, keep a hold of those ones. At least the top three: Apothecary, Coldheart, and Kale. At least keep a hold of them because and Aethel, any starter, like I said, you want to keep a hold of them. Like Grandmaster and Hyra, and there's a few others. You can literally just get them by playing the campaign. They'll literally just come. I got rid of so many Grandmasters, and I keep getting them back. But I hope if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I'll be back with some more Raid Shadow Legends videos in the future. You guys take care. Peace.